Hi, my name is John, and in this video I want to talk about the possibility of becoming directly conscious of the true nature of existence, the true nature of consciousness, and the true nature of you. So this possibility exists for us in the West. For the people I know, it exists as maybe the Buddhist thing, or Indian people, God stuff, maybe Christianity, maybe Jesus, I don't know. And I'm making this video to tell you, or to encourage you to create the possibility in a more real way for yourself to have these existential breakthroughs, these spiritual insights, if you will. Create the possibility for that happening to you, because I know for a fact most of you are just you're just kind of a normal person, and you don't really want to fuck with that weird stuff, and you don't want to go too deep. It's weird when it's deep, and Jesus was so special, and Buddha, that's not me. But you are just like them. You do exist. You don't know what anything is, but it is possible for you to become conscious of what things are. So I think it's worth doing that. I mean, you're going to die. There's nothing really better to do as far as I can see than figure out or become more conscious or learn or directly experience some of these deeper truths about existence, because you can. It doesn't require you to be all that intelligent. It doesn't require you to be all that disciplined or chosen or any of that stuff. You just have to want to do it, kind of. Maybe get a little obsessed, maybe read a few books, maybe meditate, maybe take some psychedelics. It's very possible for you to have an enlightenment experience, for you to directly realize the true nature of existence, of infinity, of perception. These incredible breakthroughs can be had by anybody. It's just a matter of intending to do so and holding it as a possibility. So hold it as possible for you to, do the thing, and then try and do the thing a little bit and just experiment. And maybe you're one of the people who is really into doing the thing. I don't know. Hi, my name is John, and in this chunk I want to talk about sacrificing yourself, your current self-identity, to the image of something greater as the means for transformation, towards the good, towards power, the good life, a better person, blah, 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 blah. So what you do is conceive of an open possibility where you are a badass, all your problems are solved, power, everything good, and you sacrifice the current lived experience to that in the moment-by-moment awareness. So you're letting go of what you are right now, even if that's good, even if it engenders fear or resistance to let go of that, you let go of it anyway, in hopes that, or with the intent that in the openness left over, something more powerful comes into being. Sacrifice yourself, because you're not that good. There's a lot better, always better. Sacrifice. It's John, and here I'd like to talk about a dynamic that happens in reality that is really, I think, fundamental and really cool. So the fundamental nature of reality is atoms. Atoms are little balls that don't have a self-reflective capacity like we do. But we, from one perspective, are made out of those non-self-reflective balls. And we obviously have a self-reflective capacity. So, in some sense, those balls, configured in a certain way, have a self-reflective capacity. The fundamental is configured in such a way that an emergent phenomenon occurs, self-reflection, or the brain process. The self-reflective brain process, or the self process, or experiential consciousness, wraps back around and affects the atomic level of things in a process that you could call manifestation, or that the kind of like new age idea that you're manifesting, or the secret and stuff like that. So what I'm pointing to is a dynamic where the emergent, or the fundamental, gives rise to the emergent, and then the emergent wraps back around and affects the fundamental. And it's just a constant thing like this. And then because the absolute is always already the case, and the absolute always and already includes every single possibility, including the atomic or the fundamental and the emergent, they're both present at the same time. So we have this chicken and egg thing, where did the fundamental give rise to the emergent? And we see in the absolute they're both already the case. So which gave rise to which? Maybe mind, or what we're thinking of as an emergent property, gave rise to the atomic in the first place, which then seems to give rise to the mind. It's kind of a weird thought, but it really seems to be kind of cool. Undoubtedly, the atomic affects itself through the emergent property, because atoms are splitting themselves, so to speak, and observing themselves through this emergent property, this configuration of atoms. What I'm saying is you take that a bit further, and then this emergent property is actually the one that created atoms in the beginning in a super psychedelic, twisted way. Fun idea. It's kind of an intuition thing. Hi, my name is John, and today, or in this chunk, I'd like to talk about suffering. So suffering is something that we don't like. It's that shitty stuff, right? Pretty simple. And what I want to talk about today is the fact that it is everywhere. If life is mac and cheese, suffering is the cheese. It's all over the place. It pervades most facets of human life. And becoming aware of that is one of the most powerful and empowering things that you can do, because it is the case. And like I said in that last chunk, when you're in touch with what's the case, you're more effective and you're more able to do something better. So when you realize that you suffer, every frame of existence has some twinge of suffering in it for the most part, you will become more mature in relationship to life, because you can start to consciously accept that instead of unconsciously run away from it, which is the root cause of addiction, the root cause of all your life drama. It's the root cause of you wasting your time, basically. You're just running from suffering instead of doing the work of getting free from it and empowered in relationship to it. Because that process is what takes you all the way, in my experience. Just trying to do that is what gets you to the higher levels of development, to the better states, more happiness, more freedom, more power, blah, 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 blah. So suffering is everywhere. Notice that. That's it. Just notice that suffering is all the time. It's okay. It's the case for everybody. And I think that that's a big reason that we don't come in contact with it, is because we sense it in ourselves and we're like, oh fuck, I'm fucked up. And so we tuck it away, because we don't want to be fucked up, because if we're fucked up, then other selves don't like us. We don't fit in. We don't get the share of bananas. We die. So it's okay to be suffering all the time. Everyone is. Just get in touch with that, and that's it. Really, that's it. Just get in touch with the fact that you're always suffering, and the benefits follow quickly after. life is hard, but you are harder. Hi, my name is John, and today I'd like to talk about the fact that the vast majority of the dynamics and mechanics and forces that are giving rise to your experience right now are outside of your awareness or prior to your experience. And what I mean by that is that the experience that you're having right now, this, is being created by a machine or a mechanism or a process that you are completely out of touch with. And that this moment that you're experiencing is as if handed to you, completely made or assembled. And you don't know how it was assembled, you don't know where it came from, you don't know why it is the way that it is, so to speak. So I'm suggesting to you that this is the fact, this is the case, and I'm also suggesting that it's something that you can become aware of firsthand. So you can come to know the fact that you don't know what's going on, you don't know how it got here, and that becoming aware of that is a super useful thing to do because, first of all, it's true, and anytime we become conscious of something that is inherently true, we are put in a place of power because we can only relate effectively when we're relating to and from what is actually the case. So if this is actually the case, then relating to and from that as such allows you to be more effective in life, be more effective in your own transformation towards whatever is most powerful. Another reason is that you will, in becoming conscious of this fact, just to remind you, it's that almost everything that gives rise to this moment right now is outside of your awareness. Once you become conscious of that, you can reduce your suffering because a lot of your suffering is caused by processes of which you're not aware, and becoming aware of them is the first step to transcending them or stopping engaging in them or doing something else. So it makes you more effective, it helps you suffer less, and then it also is really profound and a fulfilling thing. So getting more in touch with these unseen processes is actually getting more in touch with reality itself, with yourself itself. It is your unconscious mind, your subconscious mind. It is existence, it is God, it is the matrix, it is reality, it is this, simply this. All we're asking is, how did this come to be? And what we find as soon as we ask that, if we're honest, is I have no fucking idea. Blah, 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 blah. You follow that line of inquiry, you will come to have some idea. And it's, in my experience, it's been a positive thing. There's a lot of beauty, power, love, freedom involved in becoming more conscious of these unseen processes. And I highly advise it.